today we are going to check out the Doors song, Break On Through to the Other Side. I nearly forgot the name. I know the hook part where they go, break on through to the other side. I don't know why. Was it on top of the Pops? I think it might have been on top of the Pops. As their like intro. Yes, Top of the Pops 2 was a spin-off from the original Top of the Pops show. And it featured that hook. So literally it went break on through to the other side. But the dint was a different song that we've done on the channel before. And then it went break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side. And that's the only part of this song I know. So I'll be reacting to the entire song today. If that wasn't clear. He just wants to sleep. The Doors have been a favourite of mine so far. Just pulled out a little bit of his hair with my nail. It's fine. It seems we are to be listening to an audio-only version, which is fine by me because it means I can focus better sometimes on the music, but this is what you guys suggested. Sometimes there's in-studio versions and sometimes there's live versions, and I just go by the comments, which to go for, so comment. So like if you comment persistently the same thing, I'm probably going to react to it. That's where I get my ideas. Also, if you want to know a little bit more about me and support the channel, do check out patreon.com/Diane and or channel membership. We also have brand new merch, which you can see on the shelves behind me, which Jimi Hendrix. No, Jimi Hendrix. Page? Jimi Hendrix.
I remember which one it is.
No, Van Morrison. Yeah, I think that's the one.
Nope.
See, I'm retaining the information, but it's also like a lot all at once. So like it's going in, but it's not necessarily getting filed in the little file of faxes in my brain properly.
You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah.
Unexpected.
We chased our pleasures here, dug our treasures there, but can you still recall the time we cried, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side.
That would go on longer. Briefer than I had anticipated. I also thought the break on through to the other side bit would go on, like, keep building up, but it didn't. It just kind of stayed where it was. Do you know what I mean when I say it's like beachy? Like, you know, like people in the 50s dancing on the beach. I know what I'm talking about. Was that like a very short version, the studio version? Well, all the versions seem to be pretty short. It's incredible how short songs used to be. Apparently, I learned from reading your comments, songs used to be shorter in order to get radio playtime. Like, they wanted shorter songs, whereas now I think, generally speaking, people want longer songs, like in and around 4 minutes. I could be totally wrong. I'm totally pulling that number out of my arse. Break On Through to the Other Side is apparently the opening track of their debut album. So this song like set the tone for all the songs that would come after. That's kind of cool. I guess for your first song, you do kind of want it to be short and catchy, because for a first listen to a first song, most people aren't going to want to commit to like a really, really long song, right? 1967 it came out. Oh, it became a hit 24 years after its original release. It was released as a single on the soundtrack album The Doors, peaking at number 64. That's interesting. For such a like iconic song, it only peaked at 64 in the UK singles charts. It's funny they referenced the UK singles chart. Where did it come in the USA? Mambo music influences. That's what I mean. Is that what I mean? I think that's what I mean by beachy. Robbie Krieger has stated the guitar riff he played was inspired by one in Paul Butterfield's version of the song Shake Your Moneymaker. I'm not familiar. Tell surprise. One critic remarked, this is interesting, immediately the lyrics indicate something is different. Break On Through is structured like a love song. Would I have said it was structured like a love song? However, Morrison's phraseology cleverly juxtaposes romantic lyrics. Why can't I talk today? Romantic lyrics such as I found an island in your arms / a country in your eyes, with the almost sinister lines, arms that chained up, eyes that lied. Now, Lindsay Planner is credited with saying that these days, Lindsay, you might be accused of kink shaming. That's a thing apparently these days. Oh, you kids.
Mummy!
Okay, according to Genius, this is a quintessential Doors song, vivid with exceptional imagery, drug use metaphor. Well, I think I would be surprised at this age to come across any rock song that isn't a metaphor for drug use. Like, we can just assume they're all a metaphor for drug use. Psychedelic musical composition and amazing vocals. That is the great example of everything the Doors do best and all on the same track. Jim Morrison was way into his psychedelics, and this is most likely a reference on LSD use and the presumption that it helps to have that breakthrough, getting out of social reality, drawing new connections and acquiring a clearer image of what is going on. After such an epiphany, one could claim that they passed on to the other side. Oh, it's worth mentioning the name The Doors itself was inspired by Aldous Huxley's novel, The Doors of Perception, which contains accounts of the author's mescaline trips. Mescaline? No, I'm thinking of a mezzanine. Those are not the same things. Aldous Huxley borrowed the title of the book from a stanza in William Blake's The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. Oh, interesting. Apparently, the original song in the chorus line was She Gets High, but their producer Paul Rothschild, I've heard of him before. He's come up before. Thought that would limit the song's airplay potential and convinced the group to leave it out. Instead, High was edited out, making it sound like she get But the high line can be heard in live versions. You can also hear this song as intended in the 1999 reissue of the album. That makes sense. Like, for a new band trying to break through, you might want to be more metaphorical with those metaphors, a little bit more vague. Oh, in 1967, Jim Morrison. It wasn't a van at all, or a Jimmy. Oh, well, kind of a Jimmy. Jimmy Morrison. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call him Jimmy Morrison. Did an interview with Hit Parader magazine where he said that he wrote the song while crossing canals in Venice. I was walking over a bridge, he said. I guess it's one girl, a girl I knew at the time. Guess. You know, Jimmers. The vocals are a mix of two of Morrison's takes. Yeah, you can definitely hear that layering in the song. I think it made it sound particularly rich. Ooh, The Simpsons covered this song. What hasn't The Simpsons covered? In an episode of The Simpsons, Krusty the Clown sings this when he shows the crowd a tape of him when he was younger.
Break on through to the other side. Yeah!
What was I on?
This is one of a few tunes the Doors allowed use in Forrest Gump, as Forrest becomes adept at ping pong and the only one included on the 2-disc soundtrack.
Reason ping pong came very natural to me.
See, any idiot can play.
So I started playing it all the time.
Oh! See, a lot of times I'm finding songs come up in movies that I've watched, and if you've never seen me before, I have a master's in film and also an undergraduate degree in film theory and history.
I am impressed, Fozzie. Really impressed. Yeah.
So my lack of musical awareness contrasts with my lots of film awareness. But I never really noted the songs in movies when I was watching them so much. I often noted soundtracks and scores, instrumentals created for films, but I just didn't take note of like popular songs. So it's really interesting going back and finding like where my new thing and my old thing that I'm familiar with are crossing over. Interesting. I do like the Doors. I do like the Doors. Let me know below in comments what other songs you want me to react to here on the Chan Chan. Shout out today to a couple of patrons. Today's shout out goes to these 20 lovely humans who are members of the squad on Patreon. The squad are so called because they are part of the team that I talk to every single month on Skype. We have the best chats over there. We talk about upcoming videos, what's going on in their life, what's going on in my life, spilling some tea. But each and every one of these people make it possible for me to make this channel. So thank you to all of you guys. Thank you so much, guys. That's it for today. See you on this side. Bye. Aw, baby, baby. How adorable is he? Look, his head's on my shoulder. You're the best. You're the best angel in the world.